Welcome in, everybody. Can you hear me okay? All right. Yeah, it's been a quick minute since I've been online. It's been rough going, but I'm making it happen a little bit at a time. Hope y'all doing okay. Hope you're all keeping it real, keeping it authentic. Tonight, I figure I would start off with a quick energy check-in, and then I'm gonna do a quick series message. So think about a number between 1 and 7. I'm going to do 7 different readings. I'm not going to be on here forever. If you would like a personal reading, you're more than welcome to reach out to the links in the description box for that reading. It would be with the Hipsy link. I've been focusing on doing local readings, so I'm out doing readings locally here where I am. Have to switch it up every once in a while. Welcome in, Royal Priestess. Welcome in, Dustin. Welcome in, Simmer. Welcome in, Firefly. So this is a collective reading. This is not a personal. If you'd like a personal, it is available. Check out the link section for the Hipsy link, and that will bring you to my readings portal where you can order a recorded reading. Or if you become a member here on YouTube, you will have access to my Facebook and Instagram. You can also get a reading through there too as well. Tonight is not an open table, so if you have any questions that you want answered, you can go to the Hipsy link and order a reading. Okay? However, these collective readings are free. So this is what I do to give back. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please be here now to provide a overall collective message, an energy update as to what's going on in the world of my collective. Please let only the best blessed messages come through. Let me be protected from any harm, any evil eye. And if anyone so shall chooses to send me any of that, let it be transmuted into prosperity, strength, love, courage. Right off the bat, collective, I'm getting the fact that you just keep going and people are pissed off at the fact that you know, that it doesn't matter what they do to try to disadvantage you, you still keep coming back. Okay, you still keep coming back, you still keep going, you still keep moving forward, no matter what they do, unapologetically. 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups reverse. You're unapologetically moving forward. Rather unbothered. Delphine, I've been homeless. That's where I've been. Trying to find a place to go live has been literally impossible. Music everywhere I go, it's been a challenge. The only place that I was able to do a reading was, well, I don't want to say, but it's very much a rigmarole to get there, to have it happen, and to have it all fall into place. So I just happen to be at a friend's place right now, so they've allowed me to go live. So I'm very appreciative of that. But welcome in, Joan. Yeah, the strength card. Somebody's definitely out here trying to disempower you, trying to make you to self-sabotage. However, I think these quick series messages this evening are going to tie into each one of your situations, and I feel that this is going to bring some sort of insight into either what's happening next, what's coming in, what the plan is behind the scenes. You're healing, you're shining, you continue to have hope despite it all, and Spirit wants you to keep having that energy. Spirit wants you to continue to keep that energy moving, keep that energy going. You are healing. You are going through a transition. You're going through a transformation. Okay? So it's definitely something to think about. Welcome in, Kitty. Welcome in, Clown. Yeah, you're getting justice. Things are balancing out for you, whether they like it or not. There's too many there, but I'll look at it. We got the Star, we got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Ten of Wands, we've got the Six of Wands reversed, we've got the Four of Cups reversed, the Five of Swords reversed, the Hangman reversed, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Pentacles. So what that's telling me, collective, overall, collectively, you are in the process of healing. You are in the process of becoming inspired, nurturing that inspiration, as well as your intuition, nurturing your passions again, nurturing what you're good at, what you're called to do. You're putting end to cycles. You're putting an end to the trials and tribulations, the challenges, and what have you. And there's definitely something here about you exposing someone or people or something. You're not settling for less with the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Swords in reverse, so there's definitely something here about you reconciling something regarding some sort of conflict, whether that be in your head or with other people. There's definitely something here about reconciling with that. You're no longer taking anybody else's opinion. I think you're choosing your own perspective rather than other people. I do feel this has opened up your mind. I think you're seeing things from a higher perspective. You're definitely calling your power back with the High Priestess. You definitely know that you have something to offer and bring to the table as well with the Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel that you are stepping back into your power, and I've got goosebumps, so that's as a confirmation. There's definitely something here about somebody misunderstanding you, misinterpreting you, misjudging you, didn't realize what you were moving forward with. Yeah, total misjudgment here with the Judgment card in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. And the Knight of Wands. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you to be inspired. They want you, they're ultimately trying to manipulate you because you have something to bring to the table, collective. And they don't want that. They want you to be worthless. They want you to be, they just want you rotting in a ditch. All right? That's I'm just going to come out and say it. But that's not their decision. All right? So, All right, so I'm going to fan out the cards here for the different readings. I'm going to get a couple oracles out too as well, so we're going to get some messages with them. I hope you're all doing well, collective. I hope you're healing. I hope you're doing your inner work. It's definitely needed. We need to do this as a collective. It takes a team effort to bring in the new earth. And it's going to take absolutely every single one of us to awaken and to step into that. If you're not doing the work, you're doing it wrong. If you're not taking the time out for self-love, self-care, and healing, you're doing it wrong. You really need to get your shit together and get on top of that, because time's a wasting, time's a ticking, time's a moving forward, and the new earth is already here. We just have to alchemize to it. We have to raise our frequency to that. And then it will officially be brought and integrated into our reality. So go ahead and think of a number between 1 and 7. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to see it in the chat. And the overall energy here is the 8 of Pentacles. What I'm picking up on this is that you've got what it takes, collective. You have what it takes to get to where you need to be, to get to where you need to go, to get to your harvest. It's just the fact as to whether or not you have the confidence within yourself to do that. But you have to really realize what you've overcome already. You have to really realize what you've endured, what you've survived, and understand that you are a powerful person. Okay? You're not for the faint of heart. You definitely have something to bring to the table. You definitely have something to offer the world. And I do feel that there's people out here having an opinion about that when it's none of their business. Okay? So this is the overall energy, 8 of Pentacles. You've got what it takes, collective. Don't question that. All right? I'm also going to get a mystical forest oracle card for each one of the readings. How many's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll check them out. Yeah, let go, make room, raise the bar, keep shining, and you are complete. You do not need anything to complete you, collective. You are complete as you are. So don't let anybody say that you are lacking anything. Okay? Because you're not lacking anything. I think the case is that there are people that are envious of what you do have available to you within your talents and within your experience, and they're trying to diminish you so you do not go after that what you seek. They are jealous, they are envious of what you do bring to the table. Why? Because they can't compete where they don't compare. It's unfortunate for them, but that's not a you problem, collective. It never was a you problem, but they're trying to make it a you problem. Okay? All right, Spirit, what do we got for the mystical forest for the 7 readings? Right off the top. Spirit's asking, what do you want? And I think you don't really have an answer at this time. I think you're kind of in limbo. I think you're kind of in the precipice of trying to find that out. It's about working with your heart space, and it's also about participating. Getting back into the game. Getting back onto the field. Getting back on the horse. However you want to look at it in your perspective. And you just got to get out there and do it. Just the way it is. Show up. It's time to clock in, collective. We can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I need your help to do that. if we all do the inner work that we need to do to heal from our trials and tribulations and our traumas, we have the ability to elevate the frequency of Mother Earth, which will bring her into a more peaceful, healing energy than what she already is. Okay? And I'm picking up that cycles are ending. Okay? Somebody wants to keep you in a karmic cycle, but it's not working. Okay? And quite frankly, the karmics are getting their karma. All right? And anything that they've tried to hide and bury is being resurfaced. And I think a lot of them are chomping at the bit. They are nervous, they are anxious, and they should be. They really should be. Okay? I also got the Mystical Black Rose deck as well, so tonight is definitely a mystic night. I missed you guys. I really did. I missed you guys. I'm very grateful to be able to go live this evening and be back with my crew. And again, if tonight's reading does resonate with you, if you'd like to share some prosperity, you can go ahead and send me a super chat, super thanks. It's all greatly appreciated. If you don't want to do it through YouTube, you can do it through Hipsy as well. There is a donate button over there. Take no prisoners is in the house. Welcome in. Infinite Perspective, welcome in. Yeah, somebody wants you living in the past, really. They're trying to tether and screw with your intuition, okay? They're trying to tether to you. They're trying to keep a connection. They're trying to access your dreams. They're trying to access your mind because they want to come in with some sort of a commitment, a proposal of some sort. They maybe want to bring in some sort of an offer, ask you out, taking to the next level. However, I do feel that this person either is or about to go through a dark night of the soul, dark shadow, facing inner truth, seeing true colors. I feel that you've seen this person's true colors, collective, and this is why you've walked away. They want you living back in the past because you were more manipulable back then. Okay, you were more easy to manipulate, and I feel that you've went through that awakening already, and they're behind schedule. Okay, and I feel that they are being ushered into a dark night of the soul in order to show up for you for this proposal. I do feel that they are in a priceless, okay? Maybe you're priceless to them. Take it as it resonates. But there's a price to pay for this, right? Everything that they've come up against you with, everything that they brought every challenge they brought to you to try to keep you in the past. I do feel there's some sort of karmic situation happening where they're having to face who they are, why they did what they did. I do feel there's some sort of guilt or animosity regarding this, okay? But there's definitely something here regarding all of this that you're even reflecting on. And I do feel there's something here about you creating boundaries for yourself. Yeah, you're cutting out the toxicity, all right? Nothing's gonna break my stride. Whoa, I gotta keep on moving. Alright. I did choose to take some time off, collective. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you. I made that vow a long time ago, and I'm keeping it. I did take some time off, and I did decide to time, even, is coming out. Needing time, now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. And I feel that this is what the karmics are chomping at the bit for, because they thought that you'd be down and out, you'd be done and gone already, and you still keep getting back up, collective. They thought you were in denial, but you're not in denial. They thought that this was just a phase, but this is not no phase. Okay? Yeah, their witchcraft backfired. All their dark magic, their evil eye, all that shit, it's backfiring like a motherfucker. Guaranteed. Uncontrollable desires, appetite for sex, insatiable hunger for pleasure. So they tried to put obsession spells onto you to get you obsessed with them. And they're jealous that their magic ain't working. It's being illuminated. They could be very much getting locked up. Spiritual jail, physical jail. Because you're not about this lust. You're definitely trying to tap into a divine energy. If you haven't already, you are divinely protected, collective. Okay? So it's definitely something I wouldn't worry about too much. The worst is behind you, is what I'm being told. Somebody wanted you feeling lost. But Spirit said, no, answer the call. Answer the call within your heart. And it will bring you to where you need to be. Alright. Thank you for your patience, collective, while I get the cards all situated. Sure. And we'll do a dragon too. Why not? Yeah, they're trying to hold back your miracle. They don't want you making a difference out here, collective. They don't want you inspiring anybody. They don't want you enlightening anyone. They don't want you awakening anyone. They want to take your miracle that you have and stick it back in the box so you don't have it. The audacity to think that people are going to puppeteer you and think that they're getting away with it. Yeah, there's definitely something being eliminated and illuminated. I'm also picking up on the fact that some people are getting caught up and they didn't realize they were very, very messy with what they did, and they're getting caught up and they don't have the time to delete the evidence, and they're losing their shit because of that. And for others of you, the evidence that they thought that they got rid of, they didn't get rid of it. It's still there. It can still be accessed. Welcome in, Marie. Yes, it has. All right. All right, collective, I hope you picked your number 1 through 7. Keep it to yourself. Again, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know it. If you picked reading number 1, this is your reading. The dragons are saying that you need to surrender, letting go of the darkness. All right, number 1. This is definitely surrendering to the light, letting go of the darkness, no longer allowing it to dictate your life. Illusions, keeping things inside, not opening up, and deception, bottled up. So I do feel that with this darkness that you've been having to deal with and immersed into, you haven't really been opening up about this. You've been kind of keeping quiet. You've been keeping to yourself. You don't know where the deception sits, where it's resulting from, so that's why you're not really speaking up. You're waiting for the divine to bring you some sort of message. I think you're getting that message tonight. Okay? Life's a gift. Life is unfolding for you. So seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. And I think this is what you're doing, collective. This is why you're staying to yourself. And I feel that you realize that, you know what, despite the fact that you are dealing with some sort of trials and tribulations, you do have something to offer the table. You do have something to bring to the table. And you understand that to some degree, without getting, letting it go over your head, you are a gift to people. You are a gift to come into people's lives and to benefit them and to bless them with your optimism, with your energy, with your love, your compassion, your understanding. Okay, and I do feel that there's people out here not wanting you to feel this way. They want you to feel worthless. They want you to feel like you don't got nothing to offer, right? But you know exactly who you are. You know exactly where you've been, what you've dealt with, what you've overcome. And yeah, you've been dealing with illusions. People are casting illusions over you. They're definitely deceiving you. However, they don't want you opening up. They don't want you speaking on things, right? And the thing is that they want you quiet. They want you bottled up. They want you keeping things inside. But I don't think that's happening. I think you're just waiting for the right moment to speak. I feel that you're waiting in a process of elimination and illumination. Again, you're waiting for that divine message to come through to confirm to you about particular endeavors, particular actions being taken, just overall what's been going on, how it's been happening. At the bottom of the deck here for your reading, we have the Eight of Cups. This would be your final card about you walking away. You see the potential of tomorrow. You see the potential of what might be coming in for you, what's being offered to you, what is available to you as an opportunity. And it's to the point now where that is outweighing your current circumstance. It's outweighing your past. And it's really kind of giving you this new lease on opportunities, possibilities. It's really allowing you to open your mind to the possibility of walking away from that what's no longer serving you. I really get a feeling, number one, that you're not wanting to settle for less. Because I think you've done that in the past, and I think you're done doing that. Your overall situation, the High Priestess. So you're definitely tapping into your intuition, you're tapping into your knowledge, your wisdom, you're definitely calling your energy back. You are being initiated, okay, by the divine. It's always better to be initiated by the divine rather than a two-faced scoundrel thinking that they're running a crew of people or a cult. So, yeah. There's that. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is your challenge. How are you supposed to call your power back and then give? right? I think your challenge is the people that are coming in to ask you for help. They're all going through the same thing. And if they would only open their ears and their eyes and their heart, they might actually get the answers they seek by going within. So I feel that with the Page of Pentacles sitting here, I do feel that there's something about this regarding people coming in to ask you for help to some degree, okay? Now, in your mind, you're focused on your healing, you're focused on shining, you're focused on hope, you're focused on opportunity. In your heart space, though, I do feel that there's some sort of disempowerment. I feel that you don't really have the courage to move forward, despite the fact that people are asking you for help. You are calling your energy back, you're calling your power back, and I feel that you're really using your discernment as to who you're opening up to, okay? Welcome in, Virginia. So I think the discretion, I think the discernment is very evident in your reading tonight, number one. You're walking away from this idea that this anxiety was there to shape you, right? And I do feel that you are stepping into this energy of selfishness. And I feel that you're kind of riding the line of selfishness and humbleness. But I do sense that if anybody has the right to be selfish right now, it's you. Okay? I do feel that you've given a lot of yourself. And I think that that's very significant. You're moving into a more grounded, more committed energy, and I feel that by you drawing your energy back, you're giving yourself the ultimate chance to recuperate. But you do have a commitment of some sort coming in within the next 6 months. Your overall attitude and relation is the 9 of Cups. You just got no spoons left. And I feel to some degree, welcome in, Chad, well, Alex. 9 of Cups in the reverse. So there very well could be some people emotionally dependent on you at this point. They could be emotionally siphoning off of you. And I feel that this is why you're calling your energy back in the first place. Your influence is the 3 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel there's some sort of healing here, a betrayal. Your hopes and fears is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the 8 of Cups as your outcome. 6 months to a year. I'm kind of picking up as to the now to the next 3 months. You very well could also have a Queen of Pentacles energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But there's definitely an energy here where you've been resting, you've been recuperating, and then somebody's coming in to get your last drop of energy, your last drop of hope. And they feel entitled to this energy. Okay? And I do sense that within the next 3 to 6 months, they want to have you commit to them to some degree, in some sort of way. And I don't feel that it's going to end up being anything substantial. And I feel that there's a lot of future faking with this offer, with this commitment. I do feel that they are trying to play in your face. They're ultimately trying to disempower your heart because you love yourself. And I'm really picking that up, collective. They are emotionally somehow tied to you, so they very well could have feelings for you. But I feel that you're not giving them the time of day. And I feel that they're trying one last time to some sort of healing of a betrayal. But you're actually coming in to recognize and realize that there's nothing here for you. There's nothing to offer this person. There's nothing that they can give you, okay, that is anything of substantial equity, whether that be energy, compassion, whatever. They're sitting in this very selfish energy. And I do feel that within the next 6 months to a year, you're definitely going to be walking away from this, realizing that you deserve better, that you do not want to settle for less, that you deserve more than what they've been wanting to provide you. And I do feel that you definitely need to let go of the darkness, realize that you have more to offer the world, um, as well as the fact that I do feel that the illusions are being exposed. I feel that you've been keeping things inside, trying to show grace to these people. All right? And the thing is that really, with this whole aspect of not opening up, I feel that by not opening up, you're not really helping other people by keeping quiet. I think if people actually understood the fact that this person is doing what they're doing, I feel that there would be a lot more fallback regarding this individual. I don't think that they would be getting away with it. All right? So really take into consideration and stand on business, collective, because you deserve better. You definitely deserve better than what you've been handed. And it was all basically to disempower you, to break your heart, to make you feel less than. And I don't feel that it's actually working. And ultimately, it's showing you who this person is. Okay? So really take consideration as to what's going on. Really take into consideration how they show up. All right? Because that's going to give you the telltale sign of how they're, how they're feeling about that particular dynamic with you. All right? But I do see that you're walking away because you deserve better. You are healing. You're focused on shining. You're focused on elevating. And I feel that in some respects, you're committed to that. And you're not willing to weigh the consequences or to jeopardize that healing and that empowerment for anyone. And I think this is a good course of action to move forward with. Surrender, letting go of the darkness, realizing that you're a gift, realizing that you have something to offer, realizing that you're all out here as a star seed, and that you are here to stand out. You are here to shine. Okay? I'm not here to sugarcoat shit and call it chocolate. Not happening here in my books. I'm not going to gaslight you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. So if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want, go somewhere else. I got no time to waste on that. So number one, I hope that reading helped you. I hope it brought you clarity. I hope it brought you confirmation. And we're going to move on to reading number two. So your dragon card is inspiration, number two. Okay. We got illuminate. So revealing the truth, confessions, shedding the light. Everything is here. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and the now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. I think you are collective. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think there's a new idea. It could be a new idea. It could be a new possibility. I do feel there's new inspiration coming in. Something is being revealed to you. This could be a course of action. It could be a decision. It could be revealing the truth. There could be somebody coming in, feeling inspired by you, and they are going to confess to you. They could be shedding the light on particular individuals or situations that were happening behind the scenes. So I do feel that there's something regarding that coming in for you. Your overall situation is the Six of Cups. You could be remunerating. You could be thinking a lot about the past. You could be thinking about family, past relationships, whatever the case may be. But there's definitely a nostalgia, okay? And this could also, I'm being brought to your inner child. So you could be doing a lot of inner child work, being compassionate, letting your inner child come out to play. Could be a lot of different situations with that. But I do feel that by doing that work, it's illuminating something to you, okay? This could be what you wanted to be when you grew up. Maybe you're trying to find that out. Maybe you're being inspired to look into that and allow your inner child to have some sort of dreams come true. This in itself will open up the possibility for new inspiration, new possibilities, okay? It will also allow your imagination to run free, okay? So really be in the magic of that, in that transformation collective. Your challenge is the Ten of Wands. So this is about you really having a challenge of putting the burdens down. You finally walking away from all this false starts, these uninspired individuals that are trying to hold you back. I do feel that you are letting go of what no longer serves you and recognizing what you're capable of, what you are meant to do. That could be a bit revealing what you are capable of, your talents, your different situations that you've been having to deal with. I do feel the fact that you've overcome it quite a bit. I think that's the inspiration too as well. Carrying all these burdens for such a long time, it's fleeting, it's defeating, it's deflating, it's tiresome having to carry this, right? But I feel that to use the discernment regarding that, I'm gonna get a little long so my throat's a little dry. What do we got next? Ooh, the Ace of Cups. I really feel with this reading, number 2, that you are inspired to love yourself again. You are being shown that you are worthy of something beautiful. You're being shown that you are worth it. What you bring to the table is worth it. How you show up to people with the ability to be compassionate is worth it. Right? You're helping people heal as well as yourself. And I think by you pouring into your cup, this is going to bring about an idea of how you can express that compassion and how you can express love to other people. And I do feel by doing this, it's actually opening yourself up to a higher frequency and to have love in your life again. Okay? So there very well could be somebody that you're thinking about offering a love offer to. Could be. Or there very well could be, you know, you just focusing on yourself, focusing on your self-love, filling your own cup, allowing the divine to help you with that. In your heart space, you very well could be inspired to move forward with a new idea. Maybe you're going to ask somebody out on a date. It could be the case. Either way, there's definitely somebody coming in, or you're going towards someone with a love, passionate offer. It could be the case. With the Seven of Cups in the reverse, you're walking away from the overwhelm. I rebuke, I eradicate anyone going at my throat chakra. Any evil eye, dark magic being thrown at my throat right now. I ask the divine and Archangel Michael to return it to its sender and make them mute for even trying me. You do not have access to my chakras. You do not have access to me or anyone of my tribe. We are fully, substantially protected by the divine and by our ancestors. Stay away from my crown. So the Seven of Cups in the past energy, I do sense there was some sort of overwhelm regarding this Ten of Wands, the carrying all the burdens. You could also be getting a lot of love offers coming in, but you're turning them down. It's kind of, to some degree, stroking your ego. But I do feel that you're staying humble regarding this. I do feel that there's true feelings coming out regarding other people. I do feel some people are going to confess to you about their true feelings of you. And I do feel that there has been already quite a few people coming into your energy saying that they wanted to be with you or saying that they were interested, and you literally gave them no time of day. Okay? And I feel you were using your discernment at that time. It was just too much of a mixed bag that you were dealing with at the time, that you were not in the market for it. And to some degree, these people, it wasn't personal to them. It was just the fact that within your own experience, you were not ready to open up your heart before. And I think all these different love offers coming in all at once, I think this kind of threw you for a loop after leaving your ex. Somebody's coming in to deceive you and emotionally manipulate you. We have the Page of Swords in your current energy, moving into the Knight of Cups in the reverse in your future energy, 3 to 6 months. So I do sense that somebody's coming in to play in your face. And they are coming in to emotionally manipulate you. They're coming in for the sole purpose of breaking your heart. Because here you are, healing, and here you are opening up yourself to love again, and they can't have that. Now, we have the Hermit in the reverse in your attitude and relation. I think you've realized this, and this is why you're putting these, this is why it's such a challenge to put these burdens down. Okay? It almost seems like everyone that has come into your life to give you these offers, these overwhelming offers, were playing in your face. Thinking that they could wool you over and manipulate you and deceive you, and thinking that they were going to get away with it. No. This has been a wake-up call. I'm also being told by Spirit that a lot of these people with the Seven of Cups, the reason why you're walking away from it, a lot of these people were commissioned, okay, to come in and to distract you and manipulate you. All right? Just give me a second. Thank you for your patience. Ah, Michael's in the house. Welcome in, Michael. I just went and grabbed myself a drink. So with this whole idea, with these burdens that you've been carrying, number two, and trying to open up your heart again and to get inspired again and walk away from the overwhelm of all these false offers, people playing in your face, people trying to manipulate you and tear you down and distract you from moving forward. Okay? This has been a major wake-up call. Okay? Because there's no room for coincidence. Okay? Things happen the way they happen because of some sort of situation, right? And I do feel that there is somebody in the background trying to keep you from moving forward by doing this, by sending in. It's almost kind of giving like pimp energy, where they're thinking that they're trying to pimp you out, and they're doing this behind the scenes, right? It's kind of like borderline trafficking, okay? So really kind of take into consideration who's coming into your life, how they're coming into your life, and if it seems a little snaky, if it seems a little bit out of sort, chances are you're probably on the money. So listen to your inner guidance, okay? If it doesn't seem right, it's not, okay? Yeah, we're always waiting for Kevin. Anyway, yeah, so you're definitely going through an open, I was just replying in the chat here. You're definitely going through some sort of an awakening. You're seeing things from a broader perspective. You're allowing the wisdom that you've already gained to guide you forward. You're allowing the inner light to guide you. And I think that's a good way to go, collective. That's not going to steer you wrong, okay? Because you're not only validating, but you're confirming your experience by doing that, okay? By elevating your standards, you're raising the bar, you're creating boundaries for yourself. It's always a good thing, right? To keep your self-respect, okay? Don't allow anybody else to diminish that. Your overall influence here, collective, is the Nine of Swords. You've been up in your head quite a bit. You could have went through a dark night of the soul. It could have brought you to some sort of awareness about yourself. And I'm really kind of picking up that somebody wanted you up in your head, but they didn't have any control of how you were up in your head, right? They wanted you up in your head in a sense that you were remunerating about the past. You were in that negative vibration. You were constantly beating yourself up, and you're self-criticizing. You were detrimental and derogative to yourself, is what it is. And with the Nine of Swords sitting here with the Hermit, and then the Nine of Swords, they underestimated you in how you went about your healing and the way that you went about your life, the way you went about your experience. They underestimated you. They underestimated your ability to heal. They underestimated your ability to alchemize. They underestimated everything. Okay? And I really kind of pick up the fact that this is your influence. I think they're up in their head now. Okay? They're the ones up in their head. They're the ones having the dark night of the soul. Whoever was in behind the scenes trying to be your pimp. It's not working. And the fact that you're elevating, the fact that you're allowing that inner guidance to guide you forward, I think they're up in their head, trying to get inside your head to figure out how you're doing it. To figure out how you're continuing to move forward. Okay? Your hopes and fears is the Death card. Spirit saying keep it simple with this card. On the fear side, I feel that you very well could have a bit of a fear of dying. And it's not the sense of the fear of dying, it's the fear of missing out of all the things that you still want to do, right? I'm also picking up that this is a end of a cycle, right? So in the positive aspect of the death card, I do feel that there's cycles ending. And I do think that there's hopes and wishes for certain cycles to finally end. And because this is in your hopes and fears energy, and we have the Ten of Wands in your challenge, you want these cycles to finally end and be done and be dead with, right? Because you do want to elevate, you do want to move forward. Specifically with the Ace of Cups in your mental aspect, in your mental focus. You're really focused right now on pouring into yourself, okay? And with the Two of Swords in your outcome, 6 months to a year, I'm really getting a I'm getting a feeling that somebody's withholding information. And I feel that's being illuminated to you, the fact that somebody's withholding information. Welcome in, Renee. You're not getting all the information in order to be able to end the cycle. You're not getting the information or the right perspective, the truthful, honest perspective of what's been going on behind the scenes, right? And I do believe with the Seven of Cups, this has been a group effort behind the scenes to try to throw you off. I'm also picking up at the fact that Spirit very well could be breadcrumbing you with the illumination of this. They're not doing it out of deception, they're doing it out of protection. They're ultimately trying to protect you. Because if you knew half the shit that was going on behind the scenes, you'd lose your shit. And Spirit wants you to focus on your healing. Despite the deception, despite the emotional manipulation, you're moving forward. Okay? You're moving forward. It's working out for you. You just got to give yourself that choice, that chance to continue to move forward and focus on the healing aspect and pouring back into your own cup. Okay? Where they wanted you all up in your head, you're healing. Where they wanted you overwhelmed, you're focusing on yourself. Where you were, wanting to seek some sort of truth and clarity, they've been putting in deception, right? Playing in your face even. However, you're allowing that inner light to guide you, and I don't think it's steering you wrong. It's probably telling you to get up in your head and think and analyze the situations that you've had to deal with. Spirit's also saying that there is a particular situation or element to each one of these situations you've had to deal with. There's an element to these scenarios that all connect. And I do sense that there is a slow illumination of this. Because if you were to receive this download all at once, I do feel that you would snap out. It would be like the divine sending you this download, and I think the reason why the download is coming in like a trickle is because I think you would maybe think that the divine is rage baiting you by throwing it all at you at once. That's the kind of feeling I'm picking up with this. But either way, it is being illuminated. You are being told to get inspired. Everything is here in the moment, so embrace your spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. And I'm really getting that somebody does not want you to feel grateful. Somebody wants you to feel bitter. Somebody wants you to be in that bitterness, totally consumed by it. And every bit of this bitterness is being transmuted into self-love. I think that's extremely powerful. And although you don't have all the information to make the decision, you still do have other senses. You still have your wisdom, you still have your memory, you still have the different situations that you've overcome to bank from, right? So keep the faith, stay inspired. Everything is happening for you. It's all coming in for you. Cycles will end, okay, when they are meant to end. And the more that you empower that healing aspect, I think this is going to help you transmute it a lot quicker. So cut the distractions. Focus on what is important to you at this time, all right? And know that what's coming in for you is a lot better. But I feel that the divine is breadcrumbing you because they don't want you to share it with the wrong people. Okay? And this goes for your blessings coming in. All right? So number 2, I hope that message resonated with you. Use your discernment. They are still playing in your face to some degree. And just play it by ear. Play it one moment at a time. Nothing more, nothing less. Stay in the present moment. Stay in the now. So that way you're not having to really worry too much. All right? No, Chad. Destruction. Releasing your anger for number 3. Somebody wants you out here acting a fool. Yeah, they're in their ego. They're wanting you to. They're wanting you to be in this egotistical energy, arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, holding back. And I'm really picking up, collective. You're very humble. Okay? The thing is you know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. And somebody wants you to flare out your arrogance. As if you're arrogant. Right? They want you walking around like you have too much pride. You know? They want you holding back. Because of your ego. But I'm really picking up, you have your ego in check. And a lot of people give this negative annotation about the ego. And the ego is there to protect you. The ego is there to help you step up. Right? The ego has something to do with your confidence and having something to do with your self-worth. But when you do it to the point of you're better than everyone else, that's where you end up coming out short. We've got the spirit of love. Don't search for true love, for it will find you if you just hold on to who you are. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. All right? With these 3 cards, I do feel that you are releasing the bitterness. You are stepping into love. All right, let's see. We got the Six of Pentacles as your situation, the Four of Cups reversed as your challenge. Number 3. So, because you are in the spirit of love and healing and compassion now, right? You're looking to share that with other people, collective. Somebody's trying to destroy you and your ability to love. They would sue you sooner you step into some sort of arrogance, is really what I'm picking up on. However, the people that you are starting to surround yourself with are being reciprocal. There is a sense of reciprocity here. And your challenge is to not settle for less and to know, okay, about moving forward. To not settle for less. In your mental focus, you're definitely nurturing your truth with the Queen of Swords. In your heart space, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Emperor in the reverse for your past energy. The Eight of Swords in your current energy. The Seven of Swords in reverse in your future energy. Your attitude and relation is the Lovers. Your influence is the Five of Cups. The hopes and fears is the King of Cups reversed. And your outcome is the Ace of Swords. So it just goes to show that whoever is out here trying to get you to be in your ego, trying to get you to have the stubborn energy, trying to get you to act out of character, I don't know why, but I'm kind of picking up on a Gemini wanting you to be in your ego. Even though there's no air sign, well, there is air cards, but, well, yeah, there is an air sign, the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is standing in the upright, so I do feel that there could be some sort of truth that you're nurturing. You're really focused on justice at this time. But I am picking up a karmic Gemini in your energy. This is the past energy. This is someone that you do not talk to anymore. This is definitely somebody that is maybe a past friend, past lover. The fact that you are nurturing your truth, collective, I do sense that there's something here where somebody's feeling inspired to apologize to you for trying to break your heart. This person could have been in their ego. With the Lovers here, in your attitude in relation to the situation, you're choosing love. But you're honestly looking into the truth of the matter. You're looking into the justice of the matter. And I feel this is very significant. Because in the past, of what you're walking away from is the Emperor. Somebody was trying to micromanage you. Somebody was trying to manipulate you. Somebody was trying to be your boss, but not giving you any value. Okay? All right there, Alex. Have a good night. Sorry we couldn't meet up tonight, but we'll maybe in the next couple days, okay? Yeah, so whoever this was trying to get you to act out a character or micromanage you or to try to throw your energy, to try to get you all trapped up with the current energy within 1 to 3 months, okay? I feel this is going to backfire with the Seven of Swords in the future energy, okay? And I feel that whoever's trying to get you caught up is going to get themselves caught up. Spirit's saying that they are already caught up for trying to get you caught up. And I'm also picking up, quite possibly, false accusations, false reports. This could be police reports with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords out here. There's definitely truth coming to the forefront. And spirits keep saying karmic Gemini in the back of my head. So I'm really picking up this is someone from the past that was trying to get you flustered. All right? With the Seven of Swords in the reverse in the future tense, this is definitely something coming back to you sevenfold. There's definitely apologies, there's reconciliations, there's maybe blessings, the sevenfold blessings card here, right? But there's definitely something here about things changing. Now, the influence, you've turned your pain to power, collective, and that's why they can't get at you anymore. That's why they can't manipulate you. Because they've already thrown everything at you. Everything that they could possibly throw at you, they did. Didn't work. It failed miserably. Okay? The hopes and fears, there's the King of Cups in the reverse. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But this person, I feel, is fear, in fear. Okay? Because you keep going. Because you're not turning out to be what they're trying to project you to be. Okay? And they want you out here brokenhearted. Disvalued. Discarded. Okay? But the King of Cups in reverse, this is like very unsettled emotions. And this is what they're hoping for. They're hoping you're an absolute basket case. They're hoping that you're erratic. They're hoping that you're going to snap out. They're hoping that all this energy, all this this anger and bitterness, they're hoping that it still resides and exists within you. Because they worked hard to try to bring you down. They worked hard to get you caught up. They worked hard to try to trap you. And you have nothing but honesty and compassion within your mind and your heart. And the thing is that with the Ace of Cups, or Ace of Swords, yeah. I don't know why I took the Ace of Cups, but I think somebody's coming out of... somebody's coming out to basically state that maybe they loved you. Maybe they're sad that you didn't give them a time of day. But I think a lot of the situation here, collective, is they were deceptive. They thought it was okay to manipulate you into something. They thought it was okay to be arrogant. You know, they thought it was okay to have too much pride. They thought it was okay to be stubborn and hold you back. This was ego-driven. Right? And I'm really picking up, they wanted you constantly in the search for love and never finding it. Okay? And I feel for a while this was actually working on you, but you learned to love yourself. Right? You learned to love yourself first. And I think this is substantial to your growth, to your healing. I could also pick up here with the Page of Cups in the heart space that somebody's coming in to apologize for breaking your heart. And I have a feeling it's because they're getting some major karma for doing so. There's definitely some sort of retribution that they are dealing with, that you're going to be receiving back, that and then some, of an apology, accountability. Um, you know, you're definitely getting something back. So, number 3, Spirit's saying that the best is yet to come. You've been through the worst, and there's always tomorrow to make it better. All right? Keep that in mind moving forward. If you don't accomplish it today, there's always tomorrow. There's also something here about not being in a rush. It's very evident to take your time, allow things to happen organically. Don't get all in anxiety because something isn't working right away. It's also giving me that you are in alignment to move forward, to nurture the truth, to see the truth for what it is, to have this awaken you, to alchemize the pain to power. And I do feel overall, with the Six of Pentacles, there is going to be a reciprocity come in for you. Whatever they're thinking that they're going to do to damage you and discredit you and diminish you, okay, is going to bring in more of an elevation to you. All right? Welcome in, Amber. Welcome in, Julie. All right, so number 3, I hope this reading helped, brought you clarity. Moving on to number 4. Number 4, you're going through a transformation and defining yourself, which everyone should be. Okay? We are all going through some sort of transformation at this time. But somebody is out here wishing and hoping and dreaming that you're going to lose faith in yourself in this transformation. I really feel that they don't want you transforming at all. We got the key. All you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. So any and every little joy that you got going on, collective, keep a hold of that. Okay? Because you are the one that has the key, nobody else. All right? So, number 4, you definitely have something here of an awakening, seeing things from a higher perspective. And I think that's why they are unable to jeopardize your transformation and take away your faith. All right? Because you are the key. You are the magic. I think with this Hanged Man, you've already been through the trials and tribulations. You've not only been through them, you've alchemized them from pain to power. You've empowered yourself. You've rose above it. You've healed. You're doing the work. And because you are doing the work, because you are going through this transformation, okay, with redefining yourself, somebody wants you to lose faith in that because they don't want you rising above. They don't want to have to compete with you, but they're competing anyway. The only thing is, you're being put into a competition you don't even know about. Which I kind of find funny because you're still going to win anyway. Yeah. Your challenge is this exposure. How are you going to expose your enemies? How are you going to expose your trial and tribulations in a way that's going to be beneficial? Because a lot of you have been through some major abuse, very heinous and sadistic bullshit. And that's not something that you can really talk to about other people, specifically if it's really heavy. Right? So, with this exposure, I feel that the challenge is to continue to show up, but show up in a way that's going to be beneficial to yourself and as well others. The very fact that the Six of Wands reversed is showing up in your challenge position somebody's being exposed for challenging you. And this is not with good intention. It's really sad. The Two of Pentacles is in your mental focus. It's in the reverse. Somebody wants you unbalanced, juggling more than your fair share. And at this time, you could be very much reflecting on the fact that you're juggling way more than what your fair share is. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. I'm really kind of picking up that you are in a relationship that turned sour. This relationship turned sour. It was no longer inspiring. Yeah. Your past energy is the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups, this is you nurturing your heart. With you being able to nurture your heart and have an awakening and to allow certain things to progress, I'm really picking up that things are going to work out better than expected. All right? Give me a second. Looking for the vape. Pineapple coconut. Yummy. Because you are in this nurturing, loving, compassionate energy, I do feel there's people collaborating against you. And I really hate these readings. I hate the fact that I'm repeating myself. And I figure by doing 7 different readings, no reading is going to be the same. And yet, so far, all the readings have the same underlining kind of message. But it's coming at with a different scenario, a different spin every time. But we got the Queen of Cups in your past energy, and then we have your Three of Pentacles here in the reverse in your present energy to the King of Pentacles in reverse as your future energy. All right? So I do sense that they are either trying to create an instability for you, or they very well could be unstable and trying to affect you coming up. This could be a Taurus, Pisces, no, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, I'm really picking up on the fact that somebody's going all in at trying to make you unstable. trying to ruin your chances, ruin your possibilities, to take you out of this energy of inspiration and compassion. I'm also picking up that no matter what they do to try to discredit you or to try to deflect or demean or discard, they think that's going to change your opinion of yourself. When I really feel that to some degree they're just showing who they are. But yeah, somebody wants you out here losing faith. They want you crumbling. They want you, again, in a ditch somewhere. I'm also picking up at the fact that because you are awakened, it is being revealed to you and it's being exposed to you as to what they've been doing to keep you juggling, to keep you sabotaging. Look into the last cards here. There's definitely a feeling of unhappiness that they want to bring to your life and create an instability. They definitely want you carrying burdens. They do not want this reign over you to end. All this time, they thought that they were puppeteering you when it was the divine working with you. With the Two of Cups in your attitude and relation in the reverse, you're saying no to a particular endeavor. You're saying no to a particular dynamic. You know that it's toxic for you. You know that it's not good. But you've been at war with yourself and you've been carrying burdens for quite some time. But I really feel that you're letting this energy that's wanting you to loathe your life, loathe yourself. Like, it's really not working. The hopes and fears is there's some sort of reconciliation. You're no longer fighting with yourself or with other people. You're not willing to get back into the ring for these people because they misunderstand you on purpose. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in the outcome, but it's in the reverse. All of this healing and all of this awakening and all of this exposure as to who you really are, the fact that you're juggling so much, but you need to recognize that you are the key to the solution. Yeah. But there's definitely some sort of instability coming in within the next 3 to 6 months. You're going to need to use your discernment during this time, because this will ultimately reveal to you who wants you having no hope. They don't want you having any type of ability to have faith. And they want all of this work that you've done for yourself and on yourself to be pointless. They basically wanted you out there planting a garden as a distraction. Yeah, they ultimately don't want you to make any points, taking any action. They want you stagnant, they want you lazy. But I'm also picking up the fact that that they're absolutely underestimating you. Welcome in, Georgia. Welcome in, Amber. Somebody's definitely misjudging you, and the judgment card's already been pulled, but I definitely feel in that energy. Specifically, the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles reversed. This is some shitty ass energy, and this is in your immediate to the next 6 months. There's people out here literally collaborating against you to try to bring you down, to create an instability within yourself, with your ability to be financially secure, with your ability to love yourself and hold respect and boundaries. They want to remove the ability for you to communicate and be compassionate. Very sadistic, very obsessed energy. I'm also picking up, because the backfire of the dark magic, they are now becoming unstable. They are now becoming a witness to the pain and the suffering of the world, to humble them. Yeah. So I hope that helped. Number 2, number 4, I think we're at. Although there is some people playing in your face, I do feel that you're going to overcome this regardless. So I wouldn't worry too much. They are trying to have you juggle. That's evident. But they don't realize the circuses you've worked at. They don't understand the fact that you can juggle just fine. Right? Alright, so we're moving into reading number 5. Accumulation, completion, and renewal. Triggers, flashbacks, trauma bond, inner child wounds, attracting toxic. Life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. The ebbs and flows of life are very much key in this situation, collective. And I do feel that overall, when you recognize the life source, the life, what gives you life, it puts you into a new perspective. Okay? Of gratitude, of reverence. But the only way that you're going to get there is if you get there yourself. Welcome in, Sarah. It's about participating. It's about taking action in the best way that you know how. You can keep it simple. However, life today, at this point in the game, is not simple. Guaranteed. So, the Queen of Wands is showing up in your challenge aspect. And so this is for you to listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance. Because the world is in your situation. And you've isolated yourself from people. It's also giving me a feeling that you did this isolation on purpose. This is not something somebody tried to do to you. Although somebody thought that they were doing this to you, they thought by getting the upper hand, by doing this to you, that they would get off scot-free. The overall situation of the world and you closing out cycles, this is room for celebration. However, the challenge of allowing your intuition to guide you has been a little bit rocky because you're still healing, right? The Empress in the reverse in your mental focus is the self-sabotage. And as well, the sabotage that you've received from others that were jealous and envious over the years, the months, the days, whatever that might look like to you, depending on the timeline. The heart, though, we have the Wheel of Fortune, so things are in alignment for you to heal, despite it all. All right? We have the Tower in your past energy. So you very well could be coming out of a tower. There's some major changes that you're walking away from for good reason. With your immediate to 3 month energy, it's the Fool reversed. So you could be overanalyzing, you could be questioning every movement, every choice, making sure that you are making the right choice in the matter, that you know all the information in order to make an educated decision. However, I feel that to some degree, you've lost the ability to do that. So we're sitting here with the Hierophant in your future, 3 to 6 month mark. Whatever you're overanalyzing, I don't feel that you're going to make a commitment to this. You're uncommitted regarding this dynamic, whatever it might look like to you. But the attitude in relation, somebody wants a new start with you, somebody wants to start over, somebody wants a new idea with you, somebody wants a new perspective. This could be the form of a relationship, this could be form of family. But either way, the Ace of Swords, or Ace of Wands, The Ace of Wands is here speaking that there's a new idea coming in for you. There's a new inspiration. Because of you closing out cycles, because you are renewing yourself, because you are recognizing the life force within you, okay? This is ultimately triggering people because you're healing. And as you heal, these trauma bonds that these people have with you are being eradicated. Okay? Because they're trying to put new people in your experience in order to bring to the surface old situations. They want you having flashbacks. Okay? They want you in this energy where you cannot escape. That you are always going to, anybody that you meet, you are always going to meet someone of a negative vibration. That there is no hope for you for finding love. However, the Wheel of Fortune is in your heart space right now. And at this point, other than the Lovers, other than the Cup, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, out of all the cards, I wouldn't have found a better card to go in this position. Because you're divinely protected. Alright? And things will happen for you. As long as you stay in this higher frequency, okay? And you don't focus on the sabotage, the self-sabotage, okay? That you are not, you're not allowing the bitterness to get to you with these triggers. I'm also getting that they're trying to cloud your intuition. But collective, they don't know who the hell they're messing with. You've got the Magician out here with your overall influence. You have the ability to manifest your best life, and somebody's got a problem with it. They have a problem the fact that you do not need them. They have a problem with the fact that they tried to trauma bond with you, and you broke that trauma bond. They also have a problem at the fact that despite what they throw out there, as far as lies and the deception and all that, you're not giving it any anchor. You're not giving it any validity. And this is why it's coming to completion. This is why you are being renewed. This is why you're being healed. Because they're out here wanting you to self-sabotage through what they're throwing at you. And you're walking away from a tower. Okay? Whatever plan they had schemed up in the behind the scenes, it's falling apart because you're not even there. So without you being there, it's almost as if it's putting a wrench into their motor. It's like putting water in the gas tank. It's like, or sugar for that matter. You're out here stepping into your manifestation of what you've been working on, and they're out here literally triggered by it. Because it doesn't matter what they're throwing at you, you're still overcoming it. Right? You're still throwing, you're closing out these cycles. It's not happening. And your hopes and fears, we're looking at the Six of Swords. And what I see about that is that they never wanted you to be free. They never wanted you to break free from this. They didn't want you to be in this energy of fulfillment. And anything that was divinely orchestrated to come into your life in order to heal your heart, they try to ruin that. Okay? And the outcome, they're out here trying to make you look like a liar, a deceiver. But what's actually going to happen is they're literally outing themselves. Okay? Now this could be a Taurus, this could be a Gemini, this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This also could be an Aries as well. That's trying to get you to trauma bond with them and to deceive you and to hold you back and to slow you down. And I also pick up the fact that you are divinely protected, you are spiritually tapped in, and they want you to lose that protection and they don't want you to have that insight. This was the whole purpose of the trauma bonds, the inner child wounds, attracting toxic. They out here wanting you to self-sabotage and to attract more toxic into your life in order to bring you down. You are not to be played with, collective, because you're walking away from this. You're walking away from the deception. You're walking away from the lies. You're walking away from it all. All right? And I do sense that this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius doing this specifically. And it's not going to work out in their favor. I'm going to just say that right now. All right, number 5. It's not going to work out. They tried to create a tower for you, and you overanalyzed everything so much that it didn't work. Okay? Because you weren't there where they needed you to be at the time of this sabotage. Continue using your discernment, continue using your intuition, continue feeling inspired, continue moving through this completion, having patience, knowing that it's in alignment for you to do this. Okay? This is your confirmation. But whoever this Taurus is, they're not going to fare out too well. The Gemini isn't going to fare out too well. The Aries is not going to fare out too well. Whoever these people are, they were stupid for even trying you. Okay? All right, number 6. Here's your reading. Challenge, standing up for your rights. Union, reconciliation, coming back, making it work, second chance, in reverse. Energetic pull, true master knows that you create through your actions. Do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearlessly and move worlds. So number 6, there's definitely something here regarding a past union, and I do sense that they tried to reconcile with you and it didn't pan out. Okay? They wanted to reconcile with you, but it was basically just to play in your face again. I'm really picking that up. This person is holding no accountability whatsoever. And this is why you're having to stand up for your rights. This is why this is why they're challenging you. Because they thought you were a pushover. They thought they could manipulate you. They thought that they could play in your face and screw with you. You're very much in this energy of standing up for your rights, standing on business, and you are only going where the energetic pull is pulling you. And I really kind of feel like they're trying to come in and like pose as this energetic pull to try to manipulate you. And this person, whoever this is like, the fact that you do not want to reconcile with them is one thing. They're very perturbed at, because they're not having the chance to manipulate you anymore. And I do sense that they've been cut off. But it's kind of giving the energy that if I can't have you, nobody else will. And if you think so, I will destroy absolutely every single part of it. So there will be no reconciliation. So there will be no coming back. There will be no making it work. There will be no second chances. And a lot of you are wondering, why people go celibate. This is the reason. This is one of the big reasons. Because we out here trying to live our life, and we got these jealous motherfuckers coming in trying to ruin everything that we got going on. Okay? Let's get into your reading. So right off the bat, we have the Three of Wands reversed. I'm not going to lie. It's giving sabotage. It's giving working together to get you to miss out on what's coming in for you. At all costs, nonetheless. Okay? However, the challenge is to still continue to shine. The challenge is to stay illuminated. Okay? We have the Three of Wands reversed and the Sun crossing it. So I do feel that this sabotage, this working to get you to miss out on things that are meant for you, that are in alignment for you, it's being revealed. Okay? Now, your mental focus, justice. Okay? And I do feel there is justice coming in for you. And I do feel that this is going to fill your heart enough to celebrate. We have the Three of Cups in your heart space. I'm also picking up that sabotaging you was somebody's justice. But I'm also getting that you walked away from this person. This could have been a Capricorn. They tried to tempt you to some degree. And it blew up in their face. Somebody's very envious and very spiteful as well. They really wanted you missing out on your happiness. But I do see that you are out here getting justice. If it's not with the actual justice system, it is definitely spiritual justice. I'm also being told people can't play in your energy like they used to. Your ancestors are coming through and saying, just give us the word. Give us the green light. I'm also picking up on the fact that they would gladly take care of it. They would gladly, well, use that as a confirmation in the background. They would gladly go to bat for you. But I do sense, number 6, that this is going to be justice for you. This is going to be justice for you, not only because you are walking away from the toxicity, but it's going to be justice for you because you've endured all of this already. You've alchemized it. You've rose above it. You're moving forward unapologetically. And I think this is a cross-watching. So this might not be your reading. This might be their reading, okay, that you're dealing with. Because ultimately, with the Two of Wands here in the present energy, it's like you're not going anywhere fast. You're not moving forward. It seems like there's a stagnance. But I feel that this is going to change for you. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse in the future tense. Okay? From the Two of Wands in the reverse as your immediate energy. But what I'm getting with this, collective, is that a lot of what they threw at you only helped you grow. You alchemized it. You've seen it from a higher perspective. They showed you who they are, so you cut out the emotion of it all. They continued to show you who they are, so you kept calling back your energy. And all the while they were trying to be toxic and disempower you. They don't want you moving forward with your plans. They want to stop you in your tracks. But the one thing about the Eight of Wands, nothing gets by the Eight of Wands. Okay? The Eight of Wands speaks of fast-moving action. Alright? And they don't want you taking action. But when the Eight of Wands is in the reverse, this is talking about a delayed action. Okay? And I feel this is also giving you the time and the chance to discern as to what that action might look like. So really, them slowing you down and keeping you from moving forward is only allowing you to see the truth for what it is. Okay? And despite the fact that they're trying to do this, you're going to still celebrate. You're still going to get justice, despite the fact that they want you spinning your wheels. Okay? And the whole attitude here is they're casting illusions. So that way people look at you differently. So that way people don't come to you, let's say for advice, putting myself as an example. Right? Like for me to do tarot card readings, they're saying that it's of the devil and it's of the darkness, and you know, I'm nothing but evil, right? But they have no fucking clue as to what I've dealt with. They have no clue as to Well, maybe they do have a clue with what I've dealt with because they're the one that's dealing it, right? They're the ones making the deal with the devil. They're the ones doing all this toxic shit. So they know what they're throwing at you. But they're casting illusions to make it like they're not doing anything. And they could even appear or show up as a friend. Now, they want you in your emotions. This could be family wanting you in your emotions, or this could be family in their emotions. Okay? And the thing is that the influence here is you need to stand on business in order to receive this justice, in order to be celebrating. Like, I'm also picking up, oh, get a job. Meanwhile, this is your job. Whatever you're doing, that is your job. And the fact that they're pulling this game and you're having to stand on business, you know, maybe they want to get back into your energy again in order to tell you you need a job. You need to get a job. Meanwhile, you already have one, right? But they don't feel that it is your calling. They don't feel that it is in alignment with you. They don't feel that, you know, whatever you're doing is adequate for who you are. Okay? They don't want you doing anything else, but they don't want you to be doing what you're doing now, which is very unsettling. The fact that you're sticking, you know, you're stamping your foot down and you're sticking up for yourself. Your hopes and fears here is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You're definitely going to find where you fit. And it's not going to be of no help by these toxic assholes that have been trying to manipulate you and hold back what they've been trying, you know, hold back what's coming in for you. They want you losing patience because it's delayed and it's not coming in. They want you snapping out. They want you acting erratic, so that way they can prove that, you know, you don't deserve and you're not worthy of particular scenarios. Okay? But with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, you're finding your self-worth again. You're finding out where you fit. You're finding out what your purpose is. You're finding out, and you're allowing that calling to guide you. And that's one thing that these people don't understand. They have this opinion about you and what you do and how you do it. Meanwhile, it's none of their fucking business what you do with your life. And if they're all perturbed at what you're speaking on, subject matter, whatever, and again, I'm using myself as an example, okay? Maybe they should have treated you better. If you've literally got nothing good to say about them, maybe they should have treated you better. Maybe they should have been genuine. You know? We got the Judgment card out here at the final, 6 months to a year. There's definitely major judgment coming in for someone that made you want to feel worthless, that tried to bring toxicity into your life, that very much tried to remove you from your blessings, to take your justice away, to keep you from moving forward, and to, I'll tell you right now, collective, you're one to jump timelines. Okay? You're one to fast track things without even knowing you're fast tracking it. Okay? You're one to jump timelines in a sense that you no longer exist in those older timelines. So these people that are thinking that you exist still in these older timelines, they have nothing to talk about because you don't live there anymore. And it's already being proven. And this is where your justice is coming from. Okay? And this is where they're going to be facing major judgment. Okay, because I don't think this is your judgment. And if it is your judgment, I feel that you're making a judgment call, which is bringing judgment onto other people that wronged you, that held you back, that diminished you, that tried to keep you small. It's all being revealed. It's all being revealed. They did not want you to amount to anything more than what they did, and they have nothing to show for anything in their life. But the fact that you've elevated past them, the fact that you're getting your justice, the fact that you have a purpose, the fact that you have a calling, they're losing their absolute shit because of it. And that's why they're facing judgment. They're pretty well outing themselves. All right, number 6. So stand your ground. Okay, you're walking away from this toxic ass energy. Keep walking. Let the illusions show up because it's just showing you who they are. It's showing you different types of different dynamics of illusions. Don't take it for gospel. Whatever these illusions look like, trying to get you in your emotions. Okay? Don't allow it to tear you down. Don't allow it to tear you apart. Don't allow it to diminish you or diminish your confidence. Because you're doing everything you're being called to do, and this is why you're getting your justice. Okay? You will be celebrating with your tribe. Guaranteed. All right? I'm also picking up that there's a third-party dynamic that wants you to be a part of their dynamic. They want you to be the third party in their dynamic, like a throuple, whatever that means. That's not for all of you with number 6, but that's for a couple of you. And I feel that to some degree, you're really not into it. This is why you don't necessarily want to move forward with it. And you're standing your ground on your standards and your principles and your integrity regarding that. And now I'm not saying that having a throuple kind of situation isn't based with integrity. It depends on the intention of the dynamic, right? But I really feel that to some degree, you are finding your self-worth. You're finding out what you want out of your life. You're finding out where you want to make those changes. And you're making that judgment call once and for all. All right, number 6. And if you are coming in late and you would like to choose a number that's before this number, all you have to do is rewind the live. I still got one more to do, so you'll still have time to check out your reading. Somebody's definitely lying on you, creating deception, because my nose has been itchy pretty well throughout the whole live. So that could be going all the way through 1 through 7. People are definitely gossiping, lying, deceiving behind the scenes. All right, number 7, here we go. Stay true to yourself. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. You are free. We have the anchor. Holding it together, getting a grip, heaviness chained up. So the heaviness is lifting. You've always had a hold on things. Okay, you haven't had to try to hold it together. You're very clear-minded, very clear-hearted. You know exactly what you want. It's because people don't want you having what you want. Okay, and they're doing everything at all costs to keep you from getting what you want. Okay? Understanding, looking at both sides. And I do feel that you take yourself out of the position of yourself as an individual and you look at different scenarios from many different views, many different sides, many different perspectives. And I think this actually helps you to stay true to yourself, because it gives you the ability to step into the idea that, you know, compassion works both ways. You know, you can be compassionate with yourself, but you can also be compassionate with others, even so they're not compassionate with you. But I feel that you're understanding this from both sides now. You understand the sickness that they have for the reason why they're doing what they're doing. Okay, and it's almost kind of giving me kind of the energy of forgiveness. Like you want to forgive them because they're sick. They're twisted, they're sadistic, they need medication, and they need a shrink. They need something. Okay? They're absolutely obsessed with trying to get you out of alignment. But you're here, and Spirit's saying to stay true to yourself. Don't allow people to gaslight you out of your calling, out of what you're good at. And again, tonight, collective, all the readings are because you are good at something. It's because you do show up. It's because you can bring something to the table, and they're envious of that. Okay? All right, number 7, here we go. We got the King of Wands in the reverse for the situation. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse for the challenge. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the mind focus, the Knight of Swords in the heart focus. We got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, in the past, not the reverse, but the past. It's upright. We have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse in the current energy, and we have the Chariot in the future tense, the future energy. So somebody's acting erratic, somebody's acting a fool, somebody's acting out of character, somebody's snapping out about the fact that you do not want to reconcile with them. The challenge is to reconcile. And you're having a hard time wrapping around your head about the fact of reconciling with this person. Okay? And the thing is here, collective, is that with the Knight of Pentacles in your mind focus, you're focused. You're very focused. You're focused on your stability. You're focused on your money. You're focused on getting yourself from point A to point B. You're focused on your stability. Okay? You know that it's not a race. It's not a marathon. It's a one moment at a time. I do feel that you're staying present in the moment at this time. You're very analytical. You're very intentional in your decisions that you make because you don't have room to screw up. You don't have room to be in this energy where you're making mistakes. In your heart space, I do feel that you're speaking up regarding that, regarding love, regarding compassion, regarding this whole experience of love, right? And I do feel that there very well could be somebody coming in wanting to express themselves regarding some sort of love offer. They might want to come in and speak on how they feel. And I don't feel that they're in a good energy. I don't feel that they're in a happy energy. But they know they have to somehow reconcile in order to get back into your energy. Okay? I'll tell you right now, they do not have good intentions. The past is the pen of tentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, dyslexic. So the 10 of Pentacles is speaking about a foundation, a legacy, an inheritance. There's definitely something here about a groundbreaking discovery. This is going to shatter some people's experience. There's definitely something here about dependence. Somebody wants you to be dependent. Somebody wants you to be looking like you're having to be dependent on others. This is why they're throwing you so much chaos. Okay, they want you snapping out. They want you having no other choice but to reconcile with them. Okay, and it's because they are dependent on you. They're dependent on your energy. They very well could be dependent on your abundance. If you are a manifester, if you have the ability to manifest, then, which most of us do, they want everything. They feel entitled to what you have. And this is why you may have been going through some struggles. However, within the next 3 to 6 months, I do see you moving forward with purpose. I do see you moving forward, and I do see things working out better than expected. So you need to continue to have patience. All right, number 7. The Knight of Wands is in your influence or your attitude in relation to the situation. And there's clearly some manipulation going on. Somebody's acting a fool, wanting you to act a fool. And again, at all costs. Okay? They're willing to sacrifice absolutely everything in order to bring you down, is the energy that I pick up. The influence is because they don't want you having the upper hand. They want all of this fight, all of this trials, this tribulations, this chaos, everything that they've thrown at you. They want it, all this fighting and all this alchemy to be of nothing, to be pointless. Okay? They want what they want to get what they get, and at all costs. And yeah. They're acting erratic. They want you fighting for your life. And they feel entitled to absolutely everything that you have. They want you to give to them. Okay? The Temperance in the outcome in the reverse. This is the chaos that they want for you. But I feel, really, because you are so methodical as the way you move forward, it's next to impossible for them to make this happen. Okay? You will be moving forward. They think that you are moving forward into chaos, into misalignment, because that's what they want. But I don't feel that. I really wanted to turn this card right side up. So that's what I'm going to do, because I do feel that you are alchemizing this. You're leaving this so-called legacy or inheritance or whatever the case may be. You're letting it go. You're letting it go, and you are bringing it to a place that you can go out and get your own. And that's, I feel, of what you're doing, specifically with the Chariot. Now, I'm also picking up authorities with the Chariot. The Hermit isn't out here. The King of Swords isn't out here, but the Knight of Swords is out here. Okay? So I'm kind of picking up the fact that there could be authorities coming to speak to you on something. And it's about false reports, trying to create chaos in your life, because they want you to pay up. They want you to pay for their trip. They want you to pay for your truth, the fact that you're speaking truth, the fact that you are speaking up about the love that you have, the fact that you still have love in your heart, despite what they tried to do to break it. The fact that despite what you've been through, you've overcome it all, and here they want you to have nothing to show for it. They wanted you to pay for it. They wanted you to pay for their chaos. They wanted you to pay for their karmic bullshit that they were dealing with, and they were dishing out to you. This could be a Sag, a chaotic Sagittarius doing this. But it's backfiring. I'm telling you that right now, it's backfiring. You are free. You've always held it together. This other person, though, They're not holding it together at all. They're losing their mind because that's what they wanted for you. Okay? So really take into consideration what you've been dealing with, what you've overcome, and where you're going, because you're headed to stability. Despite what they think, you're being very methodical in all of your steps. You're being very strategic. You're being very grounded in your decisions, in your decision making, and it's literally making it impossible for them to dish this shit out, to keep you from staying true to yourself. Okay? And you're seeing it from the different sides, right? Which is actually creating freedom for you. Because you're recognizing that these people are sick. They're sadistic. There's definitely psychopathy here. Definitely definitely a psycho that you're dealing with. I'm also picking up dark triad, so they could have psychopathy, they could have um, BPD, the personality disorder, as well as bipolar, manic depressive. Spirit saying they are very manic right now. They're going through it, as they should, for causing you this much chaos. They should. And wanting you to have nothing to show for it, and for you to pay for their trip, so to speak. And pay for their karma, they wanted you taking on this karmic energy that they were dishing out to you. It's kind of given destiny swap, but it's backfiring. That's why I don't believe in destiny swap, because they try and it doesn't work. It's not divinely orchestrated that these destiny swaps actually happen. So the darkness plays along with it to make them seem like they're actually getting somewhere, only to have it blow up in their face. Because your destiny is different than somebody else's destiny. And nobody out here can differentiate or dictate or decide for somebody else what their destiny looks like. And this goes for the parents that already have the view of what their children are going to do in their life. Okay? That child deserves to have the ability to grow up and to step into their own alignment, and not having all these extra pressures and expectations thrown on them to be something that they don't want to be, to go and to do what they don't want to do. Okay, life is supposed to be an experience. It's also supposed to be enjoyed. It's supposed to be a blessing to come to Earth, to live out this life experience, to be the observer, to be the witness, to be that antenna of manifestation of energy, right? So the darkness does play a lot with these illusions, with the idea that they can dictate to you what your life is going to be, but it ends up blowing up in their face ultimately. So this whole dependence is going to be a thing of the past pretty soon, collective, I feel. Because they don't want you moving forward. And I'm really picking up on family. They do not want you moving forward with this idea that you have. Right? But if they would only keep your name out of their mouth, and if they would only stop with the darkness, stop with their sabotage, stop with their fuck shit, you wouldn't have anything to read about. You wouldn't have anything to talk about. You wouldn't have anything to bring out onto the table. And that's just the way it goes. The fact that they're trying to destroy one of their own, it really shows what type of people they are. So let them do what they're going to do. Use your discernment. Continue moving forward regardless. And know that every decision that you're making, you make it with your mind and your heart in balance. You do that, you will not go wrong. You follow your intuition. Don't allow them to get you to act out of character. The King of Wands here, energy in the situation, they're rage baiting you, trying to get you to rage out and to snap out so that way you look like the crazy one they talk about. You're really not the crazy one, collective. They're the crazy one. All right? So take that into consideration. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to who you are. Okay? You are free from this energy. You've been disconnected. Please hang up and try your call again. Right? This number is no longer in service. Please hang up and try your call again. This is a recording. You will be getting your independence. I've got full-on goosebumps with this, collective. Good things are about to come in for you. So keep the faith. All right? Keep the faith. Why? Because you have what it takes to bring things to the table. You have what it takes to work on quality. And you have some amazing ideas, and you need to go out and make that happen for yourself. Okay? Unapologetically. And if people don't like what you're doing, that's not a you problem, that's a them problem. Tell them to take it up with spirit. And I'm really picking up for all readings here that people want you to have all these false starts and to settle for less and to overthink your new beginnings. This is why they continue to distract you. Okay? And clearly, if anybody has you waiting in a sense that, you know, when it comes to them, you have to be there right on time. But when it comes to you, they can show up whenever they want. Right? They don't have to give equal reciprocity in that dynamic. Cut them out of your life. Okay? Because what you bring to the table is of value. Okay? What you bring to the table has value. They don't have anything to bring to the table. They don't even have the table. And you are the table. Okay? Say no to this wake-up call. Say no to this whole idea that they want to reconcile, they want to come in, and it's only to get back into your energy to cause you chaos. Okay? This is your wake-up call. Continue allowing your inner light to guide you. Okay? You, for the most part, whoever I'm speaking to as a collective, you found your inner light. You know where that inner light resides. Don't ever let that inner light to go out. Keep it lit. All right? Yeah, sevenfold blessings coming back to all of you. Why? Because you do quality work, and you already have a reputation of doing quality work. And there's not going to be anybody that's going to come all up in here and just disenfranchise you and discredit you. Yeah, because they want you out here overthinking things. They don't want you out here moving forward. They don't want you out here taking a leap of faith. But when you bet on yourself, collective, You hold yourself accountable for that, and you have no other choice but to win. Right? Because it's of your own actions, it's of your own decisions, it's of you're not having to answer to anybody but your higher version of yourself and the divine. Thank you, chat. Big Irish. You're coming in right at the end. But it's so nice to see you. Right back at you there, Alex. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Somebody's coming in to manipulate you. Just use your discernment. Keep your guard up. It's not in their best interest to do so because it's going to blow up in their face. Hands down. Okay? They're the ones that are imbalanced, trying to create imbalance for you. They're the selfish ones trying to make you look like to be the selfish one. That you're a gold digger, that you're there to use people. Meanwhile, they're the one using people. They want you in sadness because they're in sadness. They don't want you happy. You already know who you are, collective. Okay? I hope so too, Alex. We'll hang out soon. Four of Cups. Be in gratitude of what you have and what's coming in for you, but know that to not settle for less. Okay? Don't settle for less because you're worth more than that. Let's look into the Dark Confessions Oracle, just to see what these motherfuckers would say if they had a chance. Because, you know, we're dying to know. All right, for reading number 1, if whoever this is that's everybody's sabotaging these readings tonight, so whatever. But for reading number 1, if their saboteur had something to say, what would it be? I smile on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside. Of course you are. Reading number 2. This connection bores me to death. I need something more exciting. Well, then go find something more exciting. Number 3. My focus is on my life. I can't be bothered to worry about you. Number 4. We are living 2 separate lives. Good. Keep it that way. I was afraid that you would reject me if I shared my feelings to you. Really? Well, you suck at communication. Go back to school for that. Number 4. It's too late. I moved on and do not wish to reconnect. Good. Stay gone. Number 5. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. That's because you're not. Number 6. And they wonder why we walked away. They wonder why we're not in their energy anymore. And it's not even about having beauty as far as the physical beauty. It's the feeling that you get within yourself. Right? You could be beautiful on the outside, but you can still be ugly on the inside. You know, this is why it's important to work from the inside out and bring up the value, the compassion, the worth, the integrity, right? What number am I on? Number 6. I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions and I won't admit it. Well, then that's fine. Just stay silent. Fuck off. I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone. Okay. Anybody looking for a love reading? Tonight's not the night. And number 7, I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. Yeah. Apparently to my ex, my voice sounds like nails on a chalkboard. So, you go be you, boo. Anyway. I have a karmic debt that needs to be paid before I can come back to you. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Some people's children. That's all I got to say about that. If tonight's messages resonated and you'd like to donate to the channel, you know how. If you don't know how, the links are in the description box. Super chat, super thanks, super sticker. Donations are over at Hipsy. You can go get your own damn reading. Make me work for it. Go order a reading. My readings are always available. They've always been available, regardless if I'm homeless or not. I have up to 7 days to create that reading for you, ultimately. But I would like to have it done in less time than that. Usually it's a 12 to 24 hour overturn by the time you get that in your inbox. So go on over to Hipsy, sign up, and get yourself a reading. There's many at different price points. So if you don't have a lot of money but you still want a message, we got the $5 holler over there as well as other different messages for you to partake in, okay? So you can donate there, you can donate through Hipsy, you can donate, you can give me a reading. You can not give me a reading, but you can get a reading from me. Yeah. Pay by credit, debit, Google Pay, I think. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I also have a 2026 year forecast that's available. I think it's for $26, which is pretty reasonable. I could be wrong about the $26, but there's definitely a bunch there to choose from. The reason why I haven't been on YouTube is because everywhere I go there seems to be music. And I don't really feel like sitting here and, you know, in a park somewhere where I can't plug in and then have my phone go dead, right? And then having to find a place to plug in. And just like have a car go by with the radio blaring in the background, and that strikes on my channel, right? So I'm trying to keep that from happening, right? Thank you, Renee. Thank you all for showing up this evening. I love you lots, more than you know. I miss you guys too, guys and gals, tribe. I miss you tremendously. It's been very difficult for me to stay away. I've been trying to do some shorts, but they keep malfunctioning. So I washed my hands with the shorts idea. It's not working. So it is what it is. So the only option I have right now is to either continue here or maybe go to Instagram. I was thinking on going to Instagram. And although I don't want to have anything to do with Meta, it might be a possibility. Because at least with Instagram, I don't have to worry about the music. Or Facebook, either one. I don't have to worry about the music in the background. Which is odd. It's weird. But anyway. I may open Hipsy 1 day a week for sessions, live sessions. But I'm trying to find a place where I can do that consistently, like a 1 day a week kind of situation. I do have a cafe that I do work out of as well. And they have been literally a godsend to me. I'm not going to mention who they are, where they are, whatever the case may be, because I don't want them having any flack or anything directed at them. They are divinely protected. But, yeah. And I've still considered TikTok, but I don't want to get all in there and do all that work just to get freaking disappeared. No. So that's the situation. Mind you, I received an email there a little while ago regarding a particular situation. I don't know, there's an app for that, apparently. I'm going to check a little bit more into it before I mention anything more. But I don't know. It seems promising. Yeah, so good things are happening, slowly but surely. Working things out. Your donations do not go unnoticed, so those that have been donating, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. You are literally helping me through this. You're getting me to the other side of the swamp. And just know that I appreciate you. Okay? I have 1 cigarette a week, just as an update for my smokings. People wanting to know how I'm doing quitting smoking. I still have 1 a week, maybe sometimes 2, just to remind me why I quit. But I'm finding that if you go to the vape from cigarettes, it cuts out all those extra chemicals, and then you end up with just the nicotine, which the nicotine cravings aren't as bad as the nicotine and the chemicals. So if you're looking to quit smoking and you want to try a vape, check it out for yourself and see if it works for you. On that note, collective, please be good to yourself, so that way you can be good to others. Okay? And I will catch you in the next live video. Have yourselves a great evening, and catch you later.